Alright everybody, so I didn't film any of that last dump there in Alton, Illinois, because it was just a repeat of what I did earlier. I called the dispatcher though as I was scaling out, and he had a load ready for me. I am picking up in the morning in Peoria, Illinois, some sort of scrap metal that delivers to Davenport, Iowa. I think to a place I delivered to or picked up at a couple of weeks ago. And then he says he's already got me a load out of Davenport planned. Maybe picking up at the same place I'm delivering. I don't know, I didn't ask. Going to Jackson, Tennessee. So that's all good, that's all good. So we're about 12 miles from getting on 55 north. I'm gonna try to get a couple of hours up the road. I've got enough time. I should be able to get a couple of hours up the road. I want to get somewhere tonight where I can get me a shower. So that's the plan. I'm really not sure what the name of this town is. Looking around for, I don't see any names of anything that would tell me, but anyway, that's what we're doing. Nice weather day. It's 68 degrees and it's like 3:45 p.m. Nice weather, nice weather. So when I made that dump back there, I went ahead and took a few minutes and swept my trailer out good, because, you know, the load dumped out really good. I mean, there was no product left. It all came out, but there was a lot of dust, dirt left behind. So I went over it a couple times with my broom, and then I went over it once with my dust mop. And it's pretty clean. And my next load is just scrap metal, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, more tomorrow. All right, everybody. Hey, Wednesday morning, about 7 o'clock. I just arrived here at Alter Trading, Peoria, Illinois. They have 2 yards within I don't know, couple miles of each other. This is not the main location, but it's a big place. So I've already scaled in, and this fella here with the claw grabber is leading me where I'm supposed to go, hopefully. Getting a load of something they call, let me look this up, ASR. Not sure what that is. I've never picked up here before. Already got my bows moved and my tarp off. This load goes to the Alter Trading Company location in Davenport, Iowa, which is only about 2 hours from here. But I'm supposed to be picking up a load at that Davenport location also. That goes to Jackson, Tennessee, to Most Incorporated, where I started this week. We'll see if that pans out. Okay, so it looks like this, there's a truck up here in front of me. Maybe I'll be getting loaded there. Okay, looks like a pile of shred over here is what I would call it. Alright, so I don't know. They say they monitor channel 15, but I'm not hearing anything. I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to follow this guy. Okay, well, you can see that truck there getting loaded. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be where he's at. When he pulls around, I'm gonna pull up there and ask the loader, make sure I'm in the right place. But that product he's getting looks like a mixture of, I don't know, a little bit of metal and a lot of dirt. Alright, so let's pull up here and see if I'm in the right spot. That material looks warm because it's smoking. Alright, let me get out and talk to the loader. Okay guys, so I'm getting loaded. This is the product. Looks like just a mixture of dirt and all kinds of junk. So I guess where I'm taking this stuff to is just gonna have to further process this down, pull the metal out of it, you know, some sort of sorting process. So this is about the third dump he's put in. And he told me I just need to watch my scales, and he can't really tell how much he's putting in. So, but that's what's going on. We call this ASR. I don't know what that stands for. All right. Okay. Well, the loader told me to go on up to the scale. I was expecting him to put some more on because according to my scales, I can take more. But he said to go on up to the scale, and if they want me to get more, they'll send me back. Okay. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to get out of here. big facility?
In 2 weeks. And Rockland.
Yeah, the ground back there, I could be getting a, you know, not so good of a scale reading because the ground was not that level, you know, and there was railroad tracks. Okay, it looks like I'll just go around here. I think I can see the scale. Just giving you a look. I bet you they're gonna want me to get some more. Okay, so all right, yeah, here's the scale over here to the left. So, looks like all the scale traffic goes in from this direction. Alter Metal Recycling, they call themselves. Hopefully I can hear them on the CB this time. Give you a shot of the scale. You know, I came in on the right side, empty. And they've got very good signage here. And now I'll get on the outbound. So we'll give it a shot. Okay, so we scaled out there and I weighed about 74,000. I said, you want me to go get more? She said, you can if you want to. So I'm gonna go back and get about 5,000 or so pounds. See if I can figure out how to get back there. Maybe you can see a little better now that the sun is up a little better. Sometimes the footage is not so good when the not much sunlight. Yeah, I don't think I've ever hauled this particular product. You know, it's kind of like a load of shred or twitch, except it's got a lot more dirt. Like it's got a lot of further processing to go through to get sorted out properly. Gotta start somewhere, I guess.
Outbound loaded, check it away.
Turn that down. Alright, so we're getting back to the loading position. Looks like another truck's got in front of me. Well, there's one getting loaded now and then another one. So we're gonna have to wait this out. All right, boys and girls, I just turned onto Schmidt Road here in Davenport, Iowa. Getting close to my delivery customer, Alter Trading. I've never delivered here. I've picked up here a couple of times. Once just about 2 weeks ago. So we'll see how this works. I got to go in and deliver and then reload here. I'm getting a load here going to Most Incorporated down in Jackson, Tennessee. So what I'm going to do This is the first time I've been here this late in the day. It's about 11 a.m. It's the first time I've been here when there's not a bunch of trucks waiting to get in. So I'm gonna pull in here and roll my tarp off, because they like you to have your tarp off when you get on the scale. So, in fact, I'll probably roll my tarp off and go check in and then get on the scale. All right, guys, so I've checked in and driven around one of the buildings here per their instructions. Let me roll my window up so it's not so noisy for you. And I'm looking for bin number 14, which I see over here to the right. You can see all of these bins are labeled ASR, and they gave me this paper here I'm supposed to put in the dash. It says Peoria. I guess that's to let the crews around here know what I've got. So he told me I could go ahead and back into bin number 14. Well, it would help if this pile here in number 11 was not way out here in the parking lot. Man, okay. But he said not to start unloading until somebody came around. Oh, all right, so let me get, let's see, 12, 13, 14 is way over here. All right, so I'm gonna have to make a sharp turn here. There you see number 14. Trying to get as far over here because I'm going to need every bit of room to get straightened out over here. All right. There you go. Giving you a look at this place. Okay, let's see how it looks now that I can see what I'm doing. 14. All right, that worked out really well. All right, that was a pretty easy dump. As soon as I dumped, the front end loader kind of cleaned up my pile, scooted it back into the bin, and then there was another truck behind me. So now, go back to the scale. Scale out, and he'll use my empty scale out weight for my next load inbound weight. And then we'll be going back there to the right, to the back side of the plant to get a load of twitch. So, this is a place that I'll probably be coming here quite often, so now I know how the delivery goes. Like I said, I've picked up a couple of twitch loads here before, but never delivered here. As you can see, it's a pretty busy place. A lot of trucks coming in and out all the time. Thought that truck was turning in here, but he's not. So I'll give you a shot of the scale. Let's see, I gotta send in an empty call here. as I mentioned earlier, you got to have your tarp rolled back on and off the scale here, in and out. So I swept it out good. And went ahead and moved my bows out of the way. So I'm ready for reloading. I don't remember what CB channel they were on here. I didn't see it on a sign. I'm thinking 14. We'll see. All right. He said no more than 3 miles per hour on the scale. I should weigh probably about 31.3, I'm guessing, because I'm a little low on fuel. $31,360 is what it says. Huh. All right, so did I get a green light? All right, got a green light. So now I can replace my sign that said Peoria with this sign that says Twitch. All right, let's go get some Twitch. So I don't have to go back on the inbound scale. He said I could just do a U-turn right here and go back to the left here, bypass the scales. So let's see if I can make the turn here with that truck in the way. All right, let's see. I think I can. All right. Whoops. Making the turn. Just enough room. All right. So now we can bypass the scale house and go all the way back to the Twitch loading area. See you back there. All right, so the loader just stopped me back there. Asked me if I knew where to go. I said, yeah, I've picked up here before. So he's asking me how much I want. I told him at the most 24 tons. And he's like, yeah, this is not my normal loader. I don't know, you know. So anyway, we'll try to err on the light side of things. All right, let's stop right there and see if he's happy with that. Okay, so I'm not gonna film a whole lot of this. I just filmed a load of this a couple of weeks ago, but there he is, getting the Twitch out of the warehouse, and then here I am. So we'll just kind of trust that he's watching his weight, although he said he's not totally confident in this loader. And I'll watch my scales and we'll try to get lucky. So let me back out of the way because he's starting in the front. Even though I have a hard hat, I don't want all that falling on me.